Before we get into today's video, I did want to let you guys know that this video is for educational purposes only. Please remember to be kind to everybody everywhere in your everyday life, in your home, in the grocery store, and especially in the comment section down below. Please do not show hate to anybody, anywhere. Good morning, my lovelies, my beauties, my friends. My name is Christina and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really hope that you will subscribe, stick around, take a chance in hearing some things that I have to say. And if you are a returning subscriber, y'all already know. Y'all are my babies. So good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing today? I hope you all are having an amazing day. I hope you all have had a wonderful weekend. I indeed had a wonderful weekend. We celebrated my baby boy turning 10 years old. His birthday is actually technically today, the day you guys are seeing this, and I just cannot believe it. When I tell y'all it goes by so quick, it feels like just yesterday, Jordan, our oldest, was Jaden's age. And now Jordan is about to be 21. 21. All right, you guys. So in today's video, we're going to be doing an update on Nicole Johnson. This was the first video right here. I'm pretty sure y'all have all seen this. If you haven't, trust me. Go and see number one. Like, it is worth the watch. We're going to do a follow-up today. I saw some more information that has come out. I listened to a couple interviews, one with a friend that was with her the week before. I also found out that there was somebody in the car with her when she got arrested. And then also the paternal and the maternal grandmothers have both spoken out. So we're going to get into all that today. But if you haven't seen number one, please go and watch number one. Okay, quick recap. Nicole Michelle Johnson, 33 years old, was pulled over earlier this year in Baltimore. She was speeding, okay? She got pulled over for speeding. She didn't have no license. She didn't have no tag on her car. The car wasn't insured. I mean, she was doing all kinds of wrong. And the police was actually going to just let her go, but they told her she couldn't drive her car, that she needed to get all of the stuff out of her car and call a ride, and they were going to tow her vehicle. Well, when she started pulling all of her stuff out of the trunk, the cop just was almost knocked over by this overwhelming smell, in which he said was a very distinct smell, something that once you smell it, you always know what it is, and it was a smell of decomposing. And when she started taking all of her stuff out of the trunk, long story short, they found the bodies in the trunk. She was immediately arrested. Well, she tried to run first, but then she was immediately arrested and taken and booked to the county jail. That's where she is right now. Hear me out. So we talked about in the first video that she's obviously mentally ill because nobody can ride around in the trunk of her car for over a year, okay? Over a year, and not have some sort of mental illness. Now, a lot of us have mental illness. That don't mean nothing, you know, in the court of law. If we put everybody that has any kind of mental illness in a mental hospital, there'd be no prisons. It'd be all mental hospitals. So that's not the point. And we were talking about this in the Aiden videos, that it's actually less than 1% of people that go after the insanity plea actually get it. Like, it's not just, are you mentally ill? Did you know right from wrong? Okay, so yes, she's mentally ill, but did she know right from wrong? This is where I'm going to give you guys my opinion. I absolutely believe she did know right from wrong. And let me tell you guys why. In the first video that I did, I was really confused at what was going on, okay? Because this picture right here, her stare, all of that. But then also it came out that, you know, she has her hair done. So in the first video, I was like, I'm not trying to be too judgmental, but how's she going and getting her hair done? You know what I mean? Well, it came out in the first video that there was a hairstylist that was doing her hair once a month. So she was going to get her hair done once a month by this lady, and this lady came out and said that during the hair appointments that they would just be talking about what they were going to do for the weekends, and Nicole was telling her that she had 2 kids, a little girl and a little boy, and the hairstylist said she would have never thought anything. Okay, so I was still confused, and now I believe that she knew what she was doing. And I will leave these videos linked down below. There was an interview done with Nicole's friend, and he come out and said that he asked her for a ride the week before she got arrested, okay? He said the first thing he did when he got in the car was basically like, what is that smell? He said that at first he thought it was her, like it was a foul smell. And he said, you know, he's never smelt a dead body before, so he didn't know what to compare it to, but all he knew was that it was bad. And he said that she was telling him all kind of excuses. She had dirty clothes in her trunk. A rat crawled up into her engine and died. And I don't know if y'all have ever smelled a dead rat. We've had them, unfortunately, crawl into our garage and die. And it's foul. Like, it dang near almost comes into your house, that smell. It is bad, okay? So if you've never smelt what he was smelling, maybe he didn't realize, and she was giving him it was excuse after excuse, and he just thought, okay, whatever. Now, he said that Nicole was one of the nicest people ever. He said she would do anything for anybody. She gave people rides. She donated, clothes. She would go and feed the homeless type of thing. He said that she was a really good person. Now, he also said that she was a streetwalker. We're going to use those terms so YouTube don't shut me down, hopefully. And that she had a boyfriend who ended up being killed not long ago, and that he thought maybe that's why she had went downhill mentally, but it didn't matter. He said that the week before she got arrested, when he got the ride from her, she was totally normal. And the man was saying, man, I'm messed up in the head about this. I was in that car. Could you imagine, you guys, going and getting a ride from your friend? Getting in the car and being overpowered by a smell and being like, what is that smell? It really bothering you because it's so strong. And then a week later, finding out that your friend that you got a ride from, that smell you was smelling was the smell of 2 babies in the trunk. That would mess me up in the head too. That would take some time to really get over. Because, and I'm not saying it's his fault, by no means. I don't think he didn't do anything wrong in my opinion. But just mentally knowing that had to be really hard for him. Dang, But him saying that she was completely normal, him saying that she was a nice person and all that is what makes me go, I don't think she's crazy then. To the point that she didn't know what she was doing. Okay, if she can go get her hair done and talk about her weekend plans, if she can go and give rides and talk to her friends and donate and this, that, or whatnot, she knew what she was doing when she starved these babies and put them in the trunk of the car. Okay. Now, the maternal grandmother, Nicole Johnson's mother, is upset with both of her daughters. She is upset with her daughter, Nicole Johnson, and also Dayshell Johnson, who is the biological mother of the 2 children. She says that they both need to be in jail or prison, and they both need to be held accountable.
They took 2 precious lives.
And Ms. Johnson is the mother of Nicole Johnson, the woman accused and charged in connection with the children's deaths.
I love her, but I want her paid with every soul in my bone. They can put her to sleep as far as I'm concerned. They can put them both to sleep. I want both daughters to be equally charged because both are guilty. They took them out this house. I've been fighting. I call protective service. I text the mayor. I try to get any help I can. I was waiting for my grandkids to come home. They never came back to me.
The paternal grandmother, she was just saying how, first of all, her son, who is the father of the 5-year-old little boy, okay, he's in prison. She was saying that the father of the 7-year-old little boy, or the 7-year-old little girl, is in prison too. So she said that the reason why nobody was ever checking for the little girl, that's how she could stay in the trunk for that long. She was gone for over a year. Do y'all remember in the first video where I said that I saw that there was a GoFundMe? Now, I was reading an article that said that there was a GoFundMe page set up for the funeral expenses for these babies. However, somebody came forward and offered to pay for the whole thing, so they shut the GoFundMe down. The paternal grandmother said that the bio mom actually had 3 different GoFundMes, okay? So somebody offered to pay for everything, and it's even said that the funeral home said, oh, we're not going to charge you anything, because like so many people were trying to come forward because this was just so terrible what happened to these babies. However, the paternal grandmother said that there was 3 different GoFundMes made by the actual mother, and that she got anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000. And the paternal grandmother said that's how she found out that her grandson was dead.
Let me tell you how I found out about these kids' deaths through Facebook. She had a GoFundMe page up before we even.
If the mother did not completely relinquish custody to her sister that was arrested, that the mother should be held responsible too. Now, the father is in prison, or I would say him too. You know, y'all aren't checking where your babies are. One of them had been passed away for over a year in the trunk of your sister's car. Okay, that's how long she'd been passed away. She'd obviously been, if you guys watched the first video, she had been starved a lot longer than that because they found that she was only 18 pounds at 7 years old. I didn't want to, in the first video, really come for the bio mom because I wanted to find out more information, and you want to let a mother grieve. A lot of y'all were saying, oh no, the bio mom, where was she? She should have been da-da-da-da. And I was really trying to be patient, but when I listened to the paternal grandmother and I listened to the maternal grandmother, what she had to say, the bio mom really, you guys, I don't know, man. Somebody needs to be held responsible for these babies. This is not fair. They didn't have a choice. They couldn't walk away. They couldn't run away. They were 7 and 5 years old, and obviously nobody was checking for these babies. And during this conversation, this is the time that I want to have the conversation about being in prison. It doesn't need to be an excuse, okay? Yes, people make bad decisions, but at some point in our lives, and I'm saying this to any of you guys out there that are running the streets, doing things behind the scenes you know you're not supposed to do, and especially if you've got kids, and I say this with love to you guys, like I know I used to run the streets too. I'm not thinking I'm better than anybody, but if you got babies, you need to stop that, because if you get arrested, your children are going to suffer, and it's not fair. It's not their fault. Somebody else is going to be taking care of your kids, and ain't nobody going to love your kids the way you love your kids. Unless you're an abusive person, then somebody else needs to take your kids. And I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking about the people that really truly love their kids, and you're doing little things on the side. You know you're not supposed to. Maybe you drink and drive, which don't do that. Maybe you're selling a little something. Maybe you're doing whatever you're doing. You know what you're doing that you could get in trouble for. You are putting your babies at risk every time you do that. So if you are looking for a sign to stop, this is your sign. Please don't do that. Please stop. Get it together. If you got to make money sacrifices, eat Roman noodles for a month. Okay? They'll be fine, but at least they'll have their mama and their daddy. So I can't imagine what the fathers are thinking if they truly love their children. They're in prison. They can't get out. They can't do anything. They can't go to no funeral. They couldn't stop it. If they're guilty because of decisions that they made, they put themselves in a situation where they cannot love, nor protect, nor be there for their children. Don't be like that. If you're watching this, you have a chance to rectify it now. So, I love you guys. What do y'all think? If this goes to, whether it goes to trial, whether she takes a plea, whether something happens to them, I'm going to keep you guys updated on this because I feel invested in these babies' lives now. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. As always, my loves, please do not forget to like this video. It's a free way that you can help your girl out. And until next time, I love you guys so very much. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye. Love you guys. Bye.